the strategic outlook for the upcoming months in the NFT space. What is going on, everyone? I'm Marco. This is Blockgems, and thanks for tuning in. So today, a quick one. I just wanted to cover with you some of the principles that I will use to navigate the next few months, basically the quarter that we have ahead of us, what I think in terms of what it could be strategic, safe, but also rewarding to have in our portfolio. And also I want to discuss some of the previous trades and the previous projects that we have covered on this channel and see how they've been performing. So quickly on that specific topic, you might remember that about a week ago, I covered one project, actually more than one, namely Shiba Doodle and Wavelength by Caleb Johnson, because I wanted to discuss a typical example of a project you should not enter from the primary market or also from the secondary market for all that matters, and a project that on the other hand was ideal to mint. Now, one of the things that I emphasized was that sometimes you know from the numbers already that it doesn't make sense to enter in a specific project. And I discussed the how and why in the video that I encourage you to watch if you're looking for a minting strategy and what it could be safe and rational to do in that case. In the case of Wavelength by Caleb Johnstone, I said this to me looks like a good project to mint in the primary market, and I gave you a couple of reasons why this was the case, right? So let's see how these theories aged 1 week later. Now, if we go and look at Shiba Doodle, this project, and I was extremely bearish, I said this is not bullish at all, what is happening in the market right now. I said, guys, these do not enter here, or I said this is very risky, it's something that I really don't like to see. And what we see now is that this project managed to go even further down than 0.01, okay, with very little volume. It's basically one of those forgotten projects. Now, what happened on the other hand to Wavelength that I spotted as a project that was very good from the numbers, strictly the numbers perspective, even when the day was minting. And this project, guys, is coming in at 2.95 floor price. And it's a verified project. When we called it, it was not a verified project, okay? So this is just what happened 1 week ago when I mentioned a couple of techniques, a couple of strategies for the primary market and what it makes sense to me, in my opinion. And I also wanted to cover another project because I've been requested to cover this project. And this is Mirandus. So actually, I've been covering this project multiple times throughout the year, especially on March, in March the 20th of this year, but also yesterday. And back in March, I said why you shouldn't sleep on Mirandus NFT buildings and land deeds. I couldn't have been more explicit than that. And I talked about the project and why I thought it was cool. And by the way, the buildings at the time were sold from the primary market mostly, and they had a price point that was even lower than what is reported here, although it's sold out, but it was even lower than what is reported today here, probably because it was pegged to the Gala cryptocurrency, or also maybe there was another issuance I didn't follow in the past few months. But I think the price from the primary market for, say, a tavern was at around 0.06, 0.07. I might be mistaken, but we are around that price tag. And if we go and check what is the market price today for a tavern, we are at around 0.75. So a handsome 10x. So on this channel, we have been having very good returns. So I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Also join the Discord because it's there that we discuss the strategies, is where the that we discuss also when to exit trades and when we are flipping the bias. And this is because it's something that on very few channels you hear. It's very rare to hear somebody tells you, okay, I'm now taking profits of a specific trade, and here is how and why. Now, coming to the strategic part, there is one topic that I want to touch in general, and I don't have any projects to present you guys, but one of the things that I wanted to say is that I believe that one of the most interesting spaces coming into the future is going to be the content and culture space. So basically, it's going to be very interesting to see how we are going to use the NFT technology to increase the value in general of all the content building companies, or all the content building producers. And content could be anything. It could be illustrations, it could be films, it could be series, it could be just written content in terms of articles. I think that this space in general has been not the primary focus of the NFT space so far, and this is where we should start looking into, because placing some bets here in this area on what will be the OG projects in the future might be terrific in terms of future returns. And this has been my North Star throughout the year, trying to look into areas that are still under-investigated, under-researched, and place some asymmetric bets in these areas. Now, this is what I will be doing in the future, and this is what I will cover on this channel. And in terms of volumes, in terms of what is going on in the market, there is one thing that I want to set out as a principle for the next quarter. I think that it's going to be important to be Ether heavy in your portfolios. And of course, this is a very unpopular opinion, because it implies that it's not the most bullish outlook for NFTs. But what I want to say actually is that if Ethereum pulls a very dramatic move in terms of a very strong bull run, a very strong rally, as it happened throughout the month of October, we will see a downward trend in both volumes and also in prices. Check, for instance, what happened to the Bored Apes, one of the most important projects in the space. During the month of October, we have seen this downtrend. Look at this, is the average price has been going down into November. Same thing happened to the volumes, right? So this is sort of an established phenomenon right now. If Ethereum rallies hard, then people want to be in Ether, and they don't like the idea of being into very illiquid assets such as NFTs. So being Ether heavy for the next few months is in line with the narrative of an Ethereum pulling off a very stupid big green candle that will teleport us to 10K. And this is a narrative that is becoming stronger also because of everything that is happening with the layer 2s and with the rollups. So if this narrative does materialize, then you want to be Ether heavy, because you want to go on a shopping spree on some of the phenomena of the NFTs that might be on discount in that case, in that event. And with the rest of your portfolio, with a smaller part of your portfolio, you want to look for really early on projects that are developing right now, that are coming out right now in entirely new narratives. I think that it is not the moment to go chase the metaverse bubble anymore in the most important projects such as Decentraland, the Sandbox, Axie to some extent. I've stated this time and time again, because these projects have grown rich already. With that, guys, I think I've covered what I wanted to cover for this video. If you like this kind of content, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and also join the Discord, because, guys, if you follow the link down below, you will meet a community of people that are extremely talented in researching projects, in discussing strategies together with me. And this is really where we form the strategies for the future and where we discuss the trades, okay? So thank you very much for your time, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and until the next video, ciao, ciao.